Again, we want to welcome everybody. Thanks for taking the time to join us. As you can see on the screen, what we're going to be talking about is training, marketing, and making money. Scott will be presenting a slide presentation, including a 3-minute storyboard video. Presentation is going to be about 20 minutes. During the presentation, please type in any questions that you have, and we'll address all questions at the end of the presentation. I've personally been an insurance agent for over 40 years, specializing in senior products. And one of the most significant changes in the senior market is the underwriting process for traditional long-term care. It's become just about unobtainable, especially for what we consider super seniors age 70 plus. There's also been many changes over the years for insurance agents to navigate in the senior market, but 3 things seem to stay the same. I'm just going to name them. Agents want to have something to keep it simple. Well, our nationwide True Freedom Home Care plans are field issue, effective the same day. Agents want to feel good about the protection they've set up for their clients when they leave their home. Well, what I can tell you from decades of experience, home care plans have always been one of the most popular plans for seniors to purchase. They have no fear of receiving care at home. And of course, all of us agents want this: fast pay and great commissions. How about between $400 to over $2,000 per sale, payable 10 days after submission? Our home care plans are not a short-term solution. Our plans can assist seniors that are on service. Let's say that they're utilizing 25 hours a week. Our plans would last, with our reset periods, what we call rejuvenations, between 3 to 10 years. We are the only company that actually has a long-term home care plan available nationwide. Very proud of that. For our newcomers, I'm going to talk about our history of our company, just to give you a little background of where we came from. We're created from an insurance entity founded in 1958. The principals, Bobby Gross and Bob Doolan, have both been actually over almost 35 years now in insurance experience. Both started in 1985 in the insurance business. Pioneered national home care membership plans in 2008. So next month, we're soon to start our 13th year. We have the highest rating by Dun & Bradstreet. It's a Class 80, very similar to what an insurance carrier would have with AM Best as an A+ rating. And we're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau as well. A representative can market and sell our plans nationwide. Same paperwork, same rates. About 70% of our enrollments are still done face-to-face. Also, enrollments can be done on our online enrollment or through the mail. It's a one-question field issue. No traditional medical underwriting, like I just said, available nationwide. No age limits, no elimination periods, no ADL requirements if and when they go on service, and no traditional claim forms. A lot of differences between what we do and what you're accustomed to. Want to talk briefly about the suitability standard so everybody can understand. I know there's many of you that are already in production with our company, and you directed your colleagues to our webinar, Nevertheless Company. We appreciate that. Let's talk about the risk and reward, the suitability standards for offering to a client or a potential client is right on the enrollment form. It says, I do not currently need or receive any assistance, including from family members, with activities such as bathing, dressing, and transferring, or living independently at this time. If you are, do not submit the enrollment. And all we're trying to make sure that we have a clear understanding is that you're not offering this to seniors that are already waiting to go on service. The 90-day waiting period is not to get them to a calendar to start to count off the 90 days, but this purchase and the value proposition of our plans are to put them away for the future. And that's something that you'll see on Scott's slide presentation. Our financial analytics and our team of actuaries have been true to form. This has helped us not have a rate increase in our company's history. ASSI's target market is super seniors, 65 plus, still self-sufficient. The average age of entry into our plans is age 74. There's no fee to become a representative. You're vested as of your first sale. And for agents that are familiar with traditional long-term care, you're going to appreciate our enrollment form or our enrollment process online, less than 10 minutes. Again, field issue. And one of our goals today is what we always say, by the time that you are at the end of our webinar is completed, that you probably will have a list of people that you can remember or jot down or refer back to that go right out and make money with our plan. This is really something that is not meant to be difficult. So don't make a simple message that Scott's going to go through. Don't complicate it. It's a standalone home care plan. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our Marketing and Training Director, Scott Gross.
Thank you very much, Mark, and thank you, everybody, for taking the time to join us this morning. Let's go ahead and get started. So the True Freedom Home Care Plans, they're service contracts to provide for a senior's future home care service needs. Our agreements have no age limit restrictions. There's no medical underwriting for prospective members. Our nationwide plans have the same rates and the same paperwork across the country. And when a member is in need of service, they never call a home care agency or a friend or neighbor directly to schedule service. All they do is call our toll-free number, and our customer care coordinators set up everything with that one phone call. So it's that easy. One call does it all. So we're an innovative nationwide solution with quick access for our members. But regardless of which plan they choose, all of the plans they have no age or gender pricing. The only difference between the 4 plans is going to be the amount of lifetime membership home care service hours in that chosen plan. So we have 4 plans that are available, starting with the Bronze plan, which offers 1,500 lifetime membership home care service hours. Our Silver plan offers 3,000 lifetime membership home care service hours. Our Gold plan offers 6,000 lifetime membership home care service hours. And our Top plan, our Platinum plan, offers 10,000 lifetime membership home care service hours. But regardless of which plan they choose, all of the plans offer all of the same home care benefits that members and their family members are most concerned with. Things such as meal planning and preparation, assistance with dressing, bathing, toileting, hygiene, grooming, laundry and ironing, changing linens, grocery shopping, light housekeeping, monitoring diet and food expirations, medication reminders, accompanying to doctor's appointments, and much more. But regardless of which plan is chosen, all True Freedom Home Care plans offer 2 options of non-medical home care service to choose from. Members can select to utilize either agency hours, which are provided by a network of licensed and registered home care agencies in our True Freedom network, or if they're just more comfortable having someone they know provide their home care assistance versus having a stranger come to the house, members actually have the freedom to choose a friend or neighbor to provide their home care assistance. It just cannot be a family member or someone already living in the household. But please understand, again, members never call the home care agency or their friend or neighbor. When they need help, all they do is call our toll-free number, and all home care service is going to be arranged, scheduled, and managed by the customer care coordinators here at American Senior Services Incorporated. Now, the agency hours provided by that network licensed home care agency, those are available for up to 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Now, there's a lot more latitude in being able to use the agency hours, the anytime hours provided by that chosen friend or neighbor, as those hours are available during any day of the week, during any and all hours, including as an overnight or 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week live-in home care service when requested. And the only requirement for full access to the initial hours of a chosen True Freedom Home Care plan is that memberships must be past a one-time 90-day waiting period following the initial enrollment. So again, this is not an elimination period that starts the day they need to receive care. This 90-day waiting period starts the day they enroll into the plan. Now, the way these 2 entities are compensated are as follows. The anytime hours provided by that chosen friend or neighbor, that friend or neighbor is going to be compensated between $10 and $15 an hour. Right now, the majority of them are getting $12.50 an hour right out of the gate. But what they're going to do is they're going to email in a weekly worksheet telling us what days and how many hours they were in the house, and that payment is then going to be sent to the member who reimburses the friend or neighbor. In terms of the agency hours, all home care agency invoices are sent directly to our company and are paid upon receipt. Our company carries no debt, and your client, our member, never sees a bill or an invoice. They only continue to pay their monthly or annual membership fee. Now, the way the hours of a True Freedom Home Care plan are distributed are as follows. The True Freedom hours are divided into 10 equal bundles that add up to the lifetime membership hours of a chosen plan. So to give you an example, the Gold Plan offers 6,000 lifetime membership home care service hours. Now, those 6,000 hours are divided into 10 equal bundles of 600 hours. So regardless at which point a member begins utilizing their service, if they start in the 4th year of their membership or they begin utilizing service in the 14th year of their membership, they would begin utilizing that first initial bundle of 600 hours if we're referring to a Gold Plan. And they could use those hours as quickly or as slowly as they needed to. But once they've used up that first bundle of 600 hours, they go into a 90-day rejuvenation period in between the bundles. Now, this would be a period where family or friends get more involved to help out, or the member would have to self-pay that reduced rate we had prearranged with the home care agency that had been coming in to assist them. They would self-pay during that 90-day period, but then on the 91st day, they would be able to access their second bundle of hours and again utilize those hours as quickly or as slowly as they desire. And that cycle would repeat until the member has utilized all 10 bundles that add up to the lifetime membership hours of a chosen plan, at which point their membership would come to a conclusion. Now, please know that members can access multiple bundles within a single calendar year within the parameters of a plan, especially people who have those lower level plans, the bronze and silver plans. If they're on 24-hour care, we've had people go through 2 bundles and start a 3rd bundle in a single calendar year. But please understand the rejuvenation period, it's similar to a donut hole or a shared cost that you find in traditional insurance plans, and has been the proponent that has allowed our company to avoid rate increases within the actuarial formula of the True Freedom plans. We've not had a rate increase in the 12-year history of our company. We don't see one in the foreseeable future, and if one was ever deemed necessary, our initial strategy would be to raise rates on new members, not existing members. But also know members do not need to recover in order to receive continued service at the end of a rejuvenation period. They just have to go through that 90-day period. And also understand that members will be informed when a rejuvenation period is approaching so they can plan for family and friends to become more involved and help them through that 90-day period. Now we want to talk about the built-in features. You're definitely going to want to talk about these whenever you're doing a presentation on the True Freedom Home Care plans. The first one being the True Freedom Discount Reward Program. Because people are getting this plan in place before they need it, and they're putting it away and they're forgetting about it, and the vast majority of members don't need to utilize their service for many years, members are going to earn a 10% discount every anniversary and renewal of their membership for each year that they don't utilize any home care service, but they want the peace of mind of knowing that it's there for them in the event of an unexpected injury or illness. And that savings is going to continue for up to the first 4 years of their membership. So let's go through the plans. The bronze plan starts at $95 a month. The silver plan, $175 a month. The gold plan, $295 a month. And the platinum plan, $175 a month. The percentage of people going on service in year 1 is in a single-digit percentile. So most people are going to enjoy that first 10% discounted rate. Going into year 3, if they haven't utilized service, the price of maintaining the plan's now gone down 20%. Going into year 4, it's now 30% less. And then going into year 5, that bronze plan that started out at $95 a month is now only $57 a month to maintain. That silver plan, $75 a month, is now only $105 a month to maintain. That gold plan that started at $295 a month is now only $177 a month to maintain. And that platinum plan that started out at $475 a month is now only $285 a month to maintain. And from the 5th year and beyond, that 40% discounted rate is going to continue into year 6, year 7, year 8, year 9, until the member breaks the seal, picks up the phone, and calls us for home care service for the first time. Once the plan hours have been accessed, the service contract fee will revert back to the original year 1 amount on their next invoice and remain at that level for the rest of the membership, regardless of how often they utilize it. So it's because of the set maximum hours of each plan and the loss of discounts for non-use that the agent's message at the time of sale should be for members to put the plan away, forget about it, don't even think about calling into the company and accessing your home care service hours before assistance for home care becomes essential and you feel you're going to need it for an extended amount of time. So they don't want to call us if they don't feel like vacuuming one day or if their car is broken down and they want to ride to their hair appointment. They want to wait until they feel they're going to need it for food preparation, grocery shopping, assistance with bathing, dressing, getting to and from doctor's appointments because they can't do it themselves any longer. The other thing you're going to want to talk to them about when you're making this introduction is the built-in inflation protection that's part of every True Freedom Home Care plan. Because they're contracting for access to hours instead of days or dollars per day like they would with traditional insurance, the value of plan hours automatically increases over time with the cost of home care. So to give you an example, the Platinum plan offers 10,000 lifetime membership home care service hours. Back in 2014, the national retail average price to bring in home care assistance was $20 an hour, which gave the value of the 10,000 hours of the Platinum plan a $200,000 value. In 2018, that national retail average price rose to $25 an hour, which automatically increased the value of the 10,000 hours of the Platinum plan to $250,000. In 2022, that national average is easily going to be $30 an hour, if not more. We're already over $30 an hour in many of the states we service, but I'm talking about the national average nationwide. Once it goes over $30 an hour, the value of those 10,000 hours goes up to $300,000 or more. So again, it's a built-in inflation protection within every plan. And the other built-in feature is our emergency care benefit. And this is very rare that this is accessed, but it is there for a member who enrolls, and then during that first 90-day waiting period, say they take a trip and fall accident and they hurt themselves, or they have a heart attack or a stroke and they need help. Members can access up to 10% of the initial hours of their plan during that first 90 days of their membership as an emergency care benefit. So that would give someone with a bronze plan up to 15 hours to utilize during that first 90 days, all the way up to someone with a platinum plan who would have up to 100 hours to utilize during that first 90 days. On the screen right now, we have a list of the top 11 home care corporations that are part of the True Freedom Home Care Network. These represent thousands of locations across the country. And if a member or an agent wanted to know what home care agencies we would utilize in their state, all they would need to do is go to our website, www.truefreedomhomecare.com. On the landing page, you'd put your cursor over products and services. It would then give you a drop-down menu to select a caregiver. And you could go into this section, you would put in your state, hit submit, and it would give you a list of all of the home care agencies that we utilize in our network. But the benefits to the True Freedom Home Care Plans members are quite profound. The number one thing being peace of mind to the seniors and their families that a home care plan is in place. The number one reason statistically that a senior is going to need assistance at home is because of a trip and fall accident. No one thinks that's ever going to happen to them. And the only way to be prepared for that is to already have some kind of plan in place. Seniors also love the ease of use with our plan, the fact that there's no paperwork, claim forms, ADLs, health triggers, doctor's reports, plans of care that need to be submitted. All the hoops traditional insurance companies make them jump through just don't exist with our company. When they need help, all they do is call our toll-free number. In most cases, we have care at their door within 24 hours, contractually within 72 hours, 3 days. They also like the fact that having a plan such as ours can help them delay or avoid a nursing home stay. 99.9% of the seniors you talk to never want to think about going to an assisted living facility or nursing home if they don't have to. And the True Freedom Home Care Plans are going to give them the very best chance at staying at home for as long as possible. They also have a quality of recovery at home that they don't get in a facility. Statistics show that seniors recover much faster in familiar surroundings, and there's a much lower chance of infection and things of that nature when being treated for at home. It's also very wise financial planning to have a plan such as ours in place to mitigate the high cost of custom home care assistance. Again, we've had no increase in our membership fees in our company's history. We're going into our 13th year. 12 years is a long time in the life of a senior, and we have not had a rate increase during that period, and we've helped thousands of seniors stay in their homes longer than they ever thought they could. And the members love having the freedom to be able to choose to receive care either from a licensed agency or that familiar friend or neighbor who they're now going to be able to compensate for their time and their patience. And please know we keep a very personalized plan of care with every member. We keep very extensive notes in our database for every call. So whenever a member calls in, if we haven't heard from them in a while, we just refer to the notes and we pick up right where we left off. But the primary reasons seniors should secure a True Freedom plan today start with the statistics. 70% of seniors will need home care assistance. There's no putting your head in the sand about that, and people who do are going to suffer the emotional and financial consequences later. The 2019 retail cost of home care assistance can easily run an individual between $1,000 to $4,000 a month, if not more, if they don't have a plan in place to mitigate that cost. And the number one reasons a senior is going to need to receive care down the road range from memory deficit. Doctors have figured out a way to keep seniors alive much longer, but they haven't figured out a way to keep the brain function from diminishing. And all the way to that simple trip and fall accident that, again, no senior ever believes is going to happen to them. But every senior out there is one injury, one illness, one health episode away from no longer being able to live independently and therefore never being able to secure a True Freedom home care plan of protection. And they should all know, every senior should know, that having no plan in place leaves the decisions regarding that senior's care in others' hands. So the best way they can send a message to their loved ones that they want to stay at home for as long as possible is to get a True Freedom home care plan in place today. Face-to-face enrollments can't get much easier than this. We have a one-page enrollment form and a terms and conditions page, both of which must be signed at the bottom by both the member and the writing agent. This is a two-page carbon enrollment. The white copy you're going to send in along with the initial payment, and the yellow copy is the member's field issue contract that you leave with them at the time of enrollment in the magazine-sized trifold brochure next to page 5, which is also the receipt page. Again, they're not going to receive a policy in the mail. This is a field issue contract, and that yellow copy is their field issue contract. They will receive a welcome letter along with a membership card, which is just another place for them to have access to that toll-free number if and when they need help. All they do is call that number. Now, we do have a brand new nationwide online enrollment landing page for anybody wanting to do online enrollments. All you'd need to do to get to this page is go to nationwide.truefreedomhomecare.com. Agents must be involved in the enrollment process with a member. You just can't send a member to this page and have them enroll themselves. So the agent is going to go to this page. To begin an online enrollment, they would just click that blue button in the middle. If you wanted to know how the online enrollment process worked, you would just go to eApp Tutorial, where you would just click on that, and it would download a PowerPoint for you to go through each step. We have online digital sales material of our brochure, our enrollment form, and our price sheet. We have our 3-minute overview video. This kind of tells the story of our company and why people should get the plan in place. When you scroll down, there's a couple of paragraphs as to why they should enroll today, an endorsement video from Dr. Marion Summers, who is a senior healthcare advocate out of New York City, and another place for you to start the online enrollment process by clicking, once again, that blue online enrollment button. But again, the member won't be able to fill in their section until the representative has first filled out their section and then emailed it to the prospective member. Again, the prices for the True Freedom home care plans Before any discounts, start at $95 a month for the Bronze plan, $175 a month for the Silver plan, $295 a month for the Gold plan, and $475 a month for the Platinum plan. All of the discounts you'll find are available on our rate sheet that's included with your kit. All enrollments must be done individually. And we also ask all representatives to remember at the time of enrollment that the prospective member should select the very best plan they can afford at the time of enrollment, because as time goes on, plans can always be downgraded, but they can never be upgraded. And while we don't have any medical underwriting, the prospective member must meet the suitability standard for enrollment, where the prospective member is declaring that they do not currently need or receive any assistance, including from family members with activities such as bathing, dressing, or transferring, or with living independently at this time. So these need to be seniors who can still do all of the food preparation, grocery shopping, bathing, dressing, getting to and from doctor's appointments without the need for any help or assistance whatsoever from family members. In terms of marketing the True Freedom Home Care plans, we have our 3-minute storyboard video. Again, this is something that agents are using for their online marketing as well as their individual and group presentations. What we'd like to do is take a quick break, share this 3-minute video, and we'll be back on the other side of it.
The good news is today seniors are living longer than ever before. The problem is, as we grow older, life becomes more challenging. Statistics show 3 out of 4 seniors will need some form of home care in their lifetime. The solution most people are aware of is a long-term care nursing home policy. The problem is the strict underwriting conducted in order to be accepted. Even seniors who appear healthy are rejected because of their health history, prescription medications, and more. And these days, long-term care policies are primarily written to people ages 45 to 64. So, for people 65 and older, now what do you do? True Freedom Premier plans from American Senior Services Incorporated are the most viable alternative to long-term care insurance today. With a True Freedom membership, you're purchasing access to home care hours that can be utilized when you need them. The plans feature no underwriting, no claim forms, no deductibles, and no age limits. True Freedom plans are available and identical in all 50 states. Clients select one of 4 available plans containing the amount of hours they prefer. When service is required, the member simply calls a toll-free number to the customer care center. They set up your care, coordinate the hours you specify, and pay the bills. One call does it all. Think of it like a home care concierge plan. And because it's a membership, there are no health triggers to receive service, no claim forms, and no paperwork. The plans arrange personal care assistance for things such as dressing, bathing, hygiene, meal planning and preparation, grocery shopping, light cleaning, medication reminders, being accompanied to doctor's appointments, and more, all from the comfort of your own home. A senior's safety and wellness at home are what's most important. That's why the plans allow you to receive service from a licensed home care agency or gives you the freedom to select a trusted friend or neighbor to assist you at home. Most healthcare coverage does not include this type of service. Are you the child of an aging parent? Does your work, current location, or ongoing responsibilities prohibit you from being there for an elder loved one? Tell them about True Freedom Premier plans right now. True Freedom plans can arrange for care up to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week service. The value of plan hours automatically increases with the cost of home care over time, and members are rewarded with a decrease in membership fees the first 4 years if no home care service is utilized. American Senior Services Incorporated is backed by an experienced management team working with seniors for over 30 years. They have the highest recognition and endorsement by Dun & Bradstreet and have earned their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Find out how a True Freedom Premier plan can bring peace of mind and security to your family by contacting a representative today.
Okay, so that's our 3-minute marketing video. And again, this is something agents are using for their e-marketing as well as during individual and group presentations. This is something we can actually customize with your name and your contact information at the end of the clip. The only thing we ask is that you send us in one enrollment, and then we're happy to customize that for you at no cost. But for anybody who wants to utilize this clip right now, you can actually download it from our website at truefreedomhomecare.com. You find the video, you go right below it, you can click to download it as an MP4 file right to your laptop. So if you're in a house and it doesn't have a Wi-Fi connection, it's okay because the file exists right there on your desktop. But for marketing, we also have a trifold marketing pamphlet. This is something that agents are using at health fairs, senior activity centers, moose lodges, elks clubs, church groups, 55 and older communities to get their name and their information out there in the community. There's a place on the back where you can glue down your business card, or you can put down a printed sticker or rubber stamp in your name and contact information. But it's just a quick overview of the True Freedom Home Care plans. There's some endorsements in there from members and family members of members, and it gives people, it just kind of whets their appetite to give you a call and hopefully find out more information and enable you to set an appointment to go over and make a presentation. But the representative value proposition, it's a pretty strong one. The fact that it's a field issue contract, there's no medical underwriting, no MIB or phone interviews. It's a lifetime vested renewal as of your first enrollment. There's no startup cost for you to become a representative. Your commissions are going to be paid 10 days after we receive your paperwork. It's a 10-day free look for all members. We feel it can lower your lead expense because it's available in all 50 states. You can sell this in all 50 states regardless of your licensing, and the paperwork and the pricing is identical in all 50 states.
Very good, Scott. Appreciate that. We do have a few questions that were typed in. This one came from, I'm an agent in Alabama, but I've had clients that have moved out of the state. How do I write other areas outside my territory? Just so everybody knows, regardless of where you hold your license, once you handle your rep agreement, you can do it right online right now, you're able to write our plan in all 50 states, same paperwork, same prices. So again, it doesn't make any difference what state you're licensed in. I have another question came in about what plan seems to be the most sold. The most popular plan is the Silver plan. What is the plan that's $175 a month, $75,000 current retail value, followed closely by the Bronze. But what Scott just went through is make the offer to your client at the time of enrollment to choose the very best plan in their budget, because like Scott mentioned, they cannot go up. They can go down at any time.
We had a question come in. What are the other companies that are competition for the True Freedom Home Care plans?
You know, it's
and what sets us apart?
Well, a couple things, just so we know. There is no other national home care plan available in all 50 states. So the alternative companies, and I give them a lot of credit, GTL, Kemper, Medico, and frankly, many of those used to be into traditional long-term care and have pulled their products. And a couple of those companies, from what we hear on the street and emails, are pulling their short-term alternatives. So we are the only true long-term home care option in the country. There is other plans that have limits of 365 days, 2 ADLs to go on service, but age bracket limitations. So different form of plans that are available that are alternatives. But I will tell you, from being an insurance agent, I know of all the alternatives, and in many states you have none other than ours. And like I just said, it's becoming where right now for seniors to be able to choose some form of a home care option, it's a True Freedom option is what's happening. I also have a value proposition that was actually emailed to me by one of our top reps who has sold hundreds of these over the years. It happens that this gentleman works in Florida, but he said this value proposition, and he writes a lot of the Gold plan. And he kind of forwarded this to me, and I kind of just put some math to it, that if a member is to buy a Gold plan annually, and keep in mind I'm just giving you a value proposition to work with, And let's say that that member kept the plan in good standing without using it for 5 years. So they went from annually, as an individual, they paid $33.63, then $3,009 with the discount, then $26.55, $23.01, and then in the 5th year, it bottomed out at $1,947. So in that 5-year period, they have paid in $13,275. Think about that for a minute, because the value proposition today for a gold plan is the current retail is $150,000. So in a 5-year period, by not using it, they've invested $13,000. Now keep in mind, now let's just say in that 5th year, they started to utilize the plan 100 hours a month, 25 hours a week. In 6 months, and only using up one bundle or period of hours, 600 hours, they would have received back, even on today's current retail value, roughly in payments covering $15,000. Nevertheless, 5 years from now, it would be closer to $18,000, and still would have with 9 bundles left, or 5,400 hours still available to them. So the value proposition, that's for the member or client. Also, the value proposition for the agent, you would have received roughly $1,500 on the initial sale for that first year commission, and renewals from the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th year of another $800. So your value proposition to the agent would be on that one individual enrollment on a gold plan, roughly $2,300 in your pocket, and your client, again, would have 6,000 lifetime hours. There's no other company in the country that has a value even close to ours. And I say that from experience. I've sold hundreds of these myself to my own personal clients, and in many cases they have my traditional long-term care or relationships with me in med sups or annuities. This is an easy sell, and don't make it difficult. I'm telling everybody, especially with what's going on in the senior market, you just got done with the 54 days of open enrollment, and I know many of you are receiving some payments. Some of you are disappointed with payments. Some of you are excited, just mattering on how much fell off during that open enrollment. But my goodness, we have open enrollment 365 days a year. So I'm going to turn that back over to Scott. And any other questions, Scott?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any other questions. There was a question if there's going to be a recording of this presentation. There will be. As soon as we have it available, we'll you can email me. You can email both of us. I'm available at scott@truefreedomhomecare.com, and Mark, he spells his name M-A-R-C, @truefreedomhomecare.com. You can reach us both by email. It's right there on the screen. Or you can always call us toll-free if you need to speak to us and you need some more individual time, just by calling in at 888-245-9001.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you again. Be well.
Thanks, everybody. Bye for now.